To me, this was a night for, for the legendary Buvaisar Saitiev that was dedicated to this fight.
Wait,
It means a lot to
okay.
me
Let me chime in on that real quick. Yes,
because when you fight
Buvaisar
Inspire, Kamaru, when you
Saitiev.
fight
Yeah,
Inspire, like you've done it
but
before,
in the
it's
press
different.
conference, they kind of put that on him though, and I thought that was like, yes, let him come out and say that. I felt like the whoever reporter that asked him that question, they put that on him to where he had no choice but to say, yeah. They were like, "Will you be dedicating this fight to him?" Like, come on, let me fight. What if had he, God forbid, but let's say he lost his dog or his uncle or maybe his father at that same moment. Like how are you gonna put that on him? And he knows what he wants to dedicate the fight to. So don't whoever that reporter was who says, "Hey, will you be dedicating this fight to Buvaisar Saitiev because he just passed away and this and that?" He's he's a Russian legend. Of course, he's gonna say, "Yeah, sure." Since you put that on me, but what if his grandma passed away and he wanted to dedicate the fight to his grandma? So I love the fact that, yes, he did go with it and say, yeah, I dedicate this to him. But first of all, we all love Buvaisar Saitiev because we come from the world of wrestling. Ankalaev don't really wrestle. So let's just stop classifying him as a Dagestani wrestler. He's not wrestling.
Magomed Ankalaev is an absolute liar. He, in fact, did wrestle.
Tried.
Which was very, very smart. I'm not complaining about him wrestling. It's just that's not what he said he was going to do. But you probably should wrestle. That's probably got to be the number one thing in your arsenal. Listen, a failed takedown isn't a failure. Pereira was kind of rolling through the first round. He looked super comfortable. He looked like he was having a good time. He seemed to have his range down. Just he looked sharp until the wrestling started. Pereira spends the next 21 minutes worried when Ankalaev is going to level change. Either he's not as bad of a wrestler as you guys say he is, or Magomed Ankalaev's not as good of a wrestler as you guys say he is.
My first option obviously would have been Ilya, but then it got to a point where I don't care, just make sure I'm fighting for a title at this date because I don't want to wait any longer. So yeah, that's sort of where we're at. But now, yeah, first option probably would have been the rematch against Ilya, get that win back for the belt. If not, him vacating and I fight Lopez, you know what I mean? Or, because I thought interim was going to maybe be an option.
Yeah.
It's even one up from that. I'm fighting for the actual title against a young, hungry guy. I wanted to, I want to get that win back, but I also want to prove that I can beat this new school.
Yeah.
And I want to do that with Ilya. He's gone, but I can still do that with the new school. I can still, part of my comeback story is still that I can take out this new school. I still got these guys. Trust me. So it's that's still good for my story. Lopez, young, hungry, he's on a tear at the moment. Go out and do that and be like, oh wow.
I'm started thinking right now about change weight division because I'm really cut weight very easy this time, and I end this a short notice. I very easy, bro. All this week, my nutritionist Jason, he tried to gain my weight because my weight go low so fast.
Wow.
Yes, and yeah, right now I have to think maybe about it.
So it's possible that your next fight is going to be at featherweight.
Yes, it's possible. It's possible.
Do you think strong possibility?
I think yes.
Wow. Okay. Is this something you've been thinking about for a while?
I think about it long time, yeah. Because like I said, I'm not big. I'm not big on this division, and my body is I'm lose weight so easy.
So even though this fight was short notice, you didn't have to struggle. How much do you think you weighed on fight night? Or do you know? Did you weigh yourself?
During in the fight, you mean?
Yeah, like the next day. How much do you...
77 kg. I'm 77 kg next day. 76 and a half, 77 kg. 170. I wake up 161.
161. Wow. And what do you think he was? Did you felt he was much bigger?
I feel he big, man. When we go fight, I see the big guy. When I kick him, I feel like I kick him with my fingers,
Wow.
I do happen to like your fighter. He's
who he's got the best tattoos I've ever seen. I don't know if I'm a big, but that.
Is it Conor McGregor? Conor.
Well, you have well, Conor's great, right? You know, talking about Conor, but you have a lot of great Irish fighters actually. They're great fighters. I don't know what that is, but Ireland's always had a lot of good fighters. You know why? Because they're tough people. They're smart people and they're passionate people, and they really have been over the years. So many. I think your father was a great fighter, right?
He was, sure did.
Wow. And yet, look at you. You're so smooth and so.
He's a very good defensive boxer.
He was a really good.
He was a good boxer, yeah. He boxed for Ireland, and
Yeah.
boxed
That
some very
means
good guys.
genetically, I'm not going to mess around.
That was an illegal knee on the head of a grounded opponent. Shut up, Joe, you little fool, you. What are you talking about? Smash this and smash that. What was smashed? My knee into his fucking eye socket, yeah? Sake. That's a knee to a grounded opponent. Call the cops. Fucking ticket.
It sounds like you're in love with Conor McGregor here. And I'll be straight with you. From what I heard, he's actually out there right now. John Otto, listen.
And yeah, man, it was a hard decision, man. It was really hard, but I've been struggling with the thought of it since UFC 300, and it just finally happened.
So UFC 300, is that when it first sort of crossed your mind? Do you remember the moment where you were like, man, I don't know, like this just doesn't feel like it used to for me?
It honestly started before 300. Like there would be time, you know, like when I lost to Dan and Gamrot, you know, I was like, man, that's it, I'm over it, you know. But everybody says that off after a loss, you know what I mean? Everybody's like, F this, forget this, you know? So it was normal, you know? It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna retire, like I'm really gonna like stop. Like I just said it in the moment. You know, my coaches would be like, be quiet, you're not gonna do it, you're good, you know, like it'll be okay, you're gonna get over it in a few days. And I would, you know, and I always would. And, you know, UFC 300, it didn't go away. You know,
the Moicano fight happened, and then after the fight, rather than it going away, it just kind of stayed with you.
Yeah, it just kept consuming me. I just kept not wanting to go back. I felt like I was overcome with the fear of failure, the fear of losing, and the fear of not giving it my all. There was so many factors. Like my mental wasn't there. Like I've been having stress in like my personal life. There's been so much going on that just kind of like hindered my mindset, and I just couldn't find a place of consistency in my head to want to compete. And, you know, like anytime you fight, you have fear, you have nerves, you have all these things. It's all normal in the realm of fighting.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just so strong in me. It was so sticky. Like I could not get away from
I'm going to go in there. I'm going to outbox Jack. I'm not going to shoot one takedown. And I'm going to show him the meaning of Canelo hands. I'm going to show the UFC fighters, the fans, that I'm the best boxer in the UFC, the best boxer in the welterweight division. Trust me, you guys want to tune in. Don't miss it.
25 minutes later, and unanimous decision for Muhammad.
I'd love to run it back with Bilal. You know, I feel like it's difficult to say he wins. Like I said, I probably prefer Bilal because he was the last guy to defeat me. You know, and even though I had an off night, I feel like that's one I need to get back. You know, I truly believe that I'm the better fighter between me and him, and just gotta go out there and prove it again. But now I'm focusing on Sean. Focusing on Sean Brady right now, and I gotta go out there in London, get rid of him, and then once I get rid of him, then Tarsha is next to me.
Never was slump chest forward, gentlemen. I never. yourself further into it and then defend it. That's why the training is there. Here we go. Who's gonna get a nice takedown for Ozzy? One for me. One for me. For the sake of the meeting, one good takedown. One Uchimata. Oi! Oi! Good one. Almost. Almost. Ah.
What do you make of Dana White entering the world of boxing and teaming up with Cheek Turkey?
Yeah, I mean, if they pay like the UFC, though, we might not like it. We might not like it, but I'm happy, Dana's getting involved. He's a great dude, and I'm sure they're going to do big things.